NFL season, Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
I ain't even ready to play no more. Just try to share this shit.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Davis.
Go, man. What is up?
Only about a yard up to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the gun, here's Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
No.
Picked off around the 27, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming at us, trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency.
That was
and now that we're in
crazy,
December, even the routine
yo.
throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. A first down throw for Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch.
Crazy.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Hey, exit. Check, walk 54, walk 54. He don't know no better.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0.
This is the weirdest game I done played.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further.
The weirdest game I done played all goddamn
Let's
day.
see what this is. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen.
All right, we got them flat routes.
The first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. It's complete to Diggs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 16 yards, a first down. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To throw is Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Good quick hike, man.
Jr. with touchdown number 8 on the year. as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go with everybody being tired again.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We do know that they are postseason bound, but they're leaking a little oil, so to speak, as they kind of limp into January.
Yeah, and that oil can set fire to their season, can't it?
Look at that.
See what I did there? But here's the thing that we've both seen in the NFL. Teams down the stretch playing really well. Sometimes it doesn't carry over into the playoffs. Sometimes teams that aren't playing well now, if they have good leadership at the head coaching spot and the coaching staff and within the locker room, they can find a way to turn it around. But no one wants to be on a losing streak as they head into the playoffs.
On second and a yard, Ryan.
This is the weirdest game I've played all goddamn day.
He could not hang on. It's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
All right, he's going to throw a flat route.
The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. On second and 7, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter. So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away. He'll dump this off to Cook. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Robinson's got it. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ooh, give me that. I'll take that. Oh, yeah, we can't run the same plays. Damn it.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, check. Hey, express.
From the gun, it's Ryan.
That would have been a touchdown, too.
Ryan goes down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Move, come on, game. Why is this shit so weird now, man?
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little
Touchdown.
bit. They're hoping
Thank you.
that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Don't ever press against me, man.
3rd and long. It's Ryan.
Ah.
This one deep right side.
This shit is weird, dog.
Intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he'll return
This shit is
ball
crazy.
across midfield to the 47-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Madden, no.
His guys are going to take
Madden,
over
no.
at the 39-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before they're
That human
inside the
joystick is
25.
crazy.
1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cordero Patterson scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. Cook stripped, the ball's out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And he will fight his way in.
This is the craziest game ever.
Touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Oh, I know what he's going to do.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And this one
Good
complete to
shit.
Smith. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. When the disadvantages, when they find those levels.
Tight flex. That's a corner route. He's going to do a corner route and a drag.
It makes it tough to defend.
Damn it. This boy be quick hiking the hell out of me, man.
To the 32, good enough for a 1st down. A 1st down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he still is
shaking the shit out of me,
track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7.
All right, let me see if I can do these adjustments real quick.
Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Cousins. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Roquan Smith in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Might be a pick 6. Knowing how this game working, it's going to be a pick 6, man.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
Remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis.
This shit is
Obviously
crazy.
Not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Check. Gun. Hey, Charlie. Get up.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And Robinson with a big catch. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ryan now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. 51.
Now it's Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. On 1st down.
No, he just ran right in front of the dude, man.
Offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I just got to let you know.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Ryan. That's complete right side to Gabriel. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football, Football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 12 yards there and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Thank you. What?
Down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. A second down throw for Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers.
That was good-ass defense right there.
Has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check.
Watch them corner routes.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is Cook with the grab. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough.
Oh, we can go for it.
Down. Now to be 4th and short.
I know we can go for it. I'll take it, though.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. To throw, Cousins. The open man is Smith. The 40. And they do finally get it, but he takes it to the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. To the air again. It's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins again.
Wow, they're making this dude incredible.
Another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7.
That running back's gonna get.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Bailey's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. a dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. Oh, good move. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Check 4, 25, check 25, check 25. Tight dog. He's checking wide, 25 tonight.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Damn, why this look like cover 1? Let's hope it's cover 1.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Ryan.
Yep, cover 1.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
He like flat routes. But try to trick him with a flat route.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
I want a flat route.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins.
Oh, he ain't gonna catch up on him.
Complete. Past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got the lead here getting into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
You happy the kids cook?
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana, thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right, great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL.
So how was the workout?
Now on 2nd and 13, Ryan gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. This is caught by Robinson. A gain of 22. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now Ryan. Robinson's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run with Davis. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Check. Switch. 51, stop. 20.
They'll run it again here with Davis. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Ready, blue 80, 11. 54. Yeah, let's get set. Hey, over. Mark 54. I don't even know why this team showed up. Ready to go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Let's go.
Get back in there.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. They run it again with Cook. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one, 41 yards. First and 10 at the 34-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Cook. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle.
What is Bush doing in there?
And might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on second down. Cousins. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
56, right there, 56.
Now Cousins. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
You got it. He's got it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Here we go. Check. Got it. 54. No chance.
Here's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and now it's third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
It's hauled in by Dodson. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Now Cousins on fourth down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Go!
Throwing now is Ryan. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Ryan. That's complete to Robinson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears.
Now, how was your debut?
Their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Bears, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, this loss will be the capper to a dismal 4-12 campaign. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles David.
Usually both. Some candies? Yeah.
like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, tryna knock me down, but we got up now. Say that you ballin', keep it real though. Why I never saw you in the field though. Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still gone. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
How was the food that the girls made?
I'm still excited. You did a pretty good job. I mean, it tastes, you know,
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Step back, let me
Whining again, so.
congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. Okay, 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay, death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate
Yeah,
some news.
look like that was the last game. Now the playoffs is coming on.
Pedal to metal, when I put my foot on, I got to put on, I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket, don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay,
First, and fourth, okay.
all my girls, they love and hate me the
The
same.
18th,
So when
and
I
well,
die,
he
ain't
stopped
gonna be from
running.
old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might
Second, first, and third.
pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand,
First?
catch with the left touchdown. Touchdown, A floor, come down.
Oh, we in fourth place. Nufo in first. Falcons. So who in third? Chargers. Yeah, that's the team that beat me. He had some fast DBs down the way. Fourth.
I know what they thinking, they don't even gotta say it. No, they thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta
Who's
split no
stopping all
payment.
the passes?
I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it.
Redskins.
30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same.
I don't get
Okay,
it.
so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now.
Alright, we still number one on the list.
Catch with the left touchdown.
Shit, we beating everybody too. Yeah, the Chargers ain't letting nobody score. We done got second on that. Me and Nufo head to head in the Bills. Damn. So if I play Nufo, you know, gotta look out for them blitzes. I'm leading in the fumble. And interception. Lord, I got got more interceptions than the Chargers. Hey. Yeah, it was, man. I was like, what? I don't get that record, man. Yeah, like, he cheated, but it's all good. He went for it. On fourth, it was 4th and inches. We can go for it on 4th and inches now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I wasn't tripping on it though. I wasn't tripping. I was like, that's excellent. Yeah, especially on 4th and inches. So I was like, I wasn't even tripping.